Good night, stranger. My name is Titania, and tonight I will take care of you in my witch's den, lead you through some sleep rituals, and make sure that you get a restful night of sleep while a rainstorm rages on outside. I invite you into my safe space to get comfortable and cozy. Let us begin. Now you may find a comfortable position to lie down and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. I want you to think of 3 things you are grateful for today. Maybe the sun was shining. Maybe you saw something beautiful. Maybe you shared a moment with a loved one. Allow yourself to be grateful for the small things. Concentrate on your breath again. Every time you inhale and exhale, feel the air flow under your nose. If there are thoughts coming up, look at them like you would look at a cloud in the sky and watch them pass by. With every exhale, your body relaxes deeper. Your feet become heavy. Your legs become heavy. Your shoulders become heavy. Your arms become heavy. Your hands become heavy. And your head becomes heavy. I am now going to count down from 5, and when I reach 1, you will be completely present in tonight's story. 5. You are completely safe and relaxed where you are in this moment in time. 4. A warm and cozy light spreads from your heart throughout your body, its golden glow filling you with a feeling of love and solace. 3. You let go of everything that is still binding you to today. 2. My voice is leading you through the light and beyond. You can hear trees rustling and a cool breeze running over your skin. 1. You stand in the gloom of a vast forest, wind sweeping through the treetops, howling above your head. From somewhere far away, the last remainders of daylight cling to the storm clouds in the sky, painting them in a deep gray. But the night will soon engulf them with her black cloak. The air smells fresh and damp, and you pull your coat tighter around you to fend off the arising cold. Right when the way beneath your feet is disappearing into darkness, you make out a light in front of you, only a few meters away, hidden by the trunk of a great tree. Carefully you tread around the tree, making sure not to get caught in any shrubbery or fall over a protruding root. Coming closer, you realize that the warm yellow light is drawing the silhouette of a door with a round top into the night, and next to it a small rectangular window whose glazing bars separate it into 4 panes. Suddenly, a creaking sound reaches your ears, mixing with the wind rustling the leaves of the forest. The door opens and warm light pours out onto the soil, lighting up the entrance of what seems to be a cave that extends into a grassy mound. The silhouette of a person appears in the doorway, and you squint your eyes, trying to make out who is standing in front of you. But with the light hitting them from behind, it is difficult to discern anything but long, wavy hair. Hello, traveler. A gentle voice welcomes you, and a feeling of safety washes over you. You take an involuntary step forward, chasing the warmth that their presence provides. In the soft glow, you discover a moss-green cloak, fastened with a gilded, shimmering clasp over a brown dress. Locks the color of fox fur cascade down the woman's body, reaching her waist. "You're just in time," she says, opening the door even wider in a welcoming gesture. "You have the wrong person," you answer. "I don't know." You trail off because the raindrop hits your forehead, and the heavens open up in a burst that quickly grows heavier. "And yet I expected you," the woman affirms. "Come in, stranger." She raises her voice as to drown out the pattering of the rain, before the downpour gets too strong for the trees to shield you. She lets you pass first into the cave, one last glance over her shoulder, regarding the stormy sky with sharp brown eyes. It is warm and cozy inside the cave. There's a white candle lit in the window, its light flickering and reflecting from the woman's earrings that dangle like threads of gold, ending in little stars and moons. Bronze-colored belts braided into jute cords hang from the inside handle of the front door, and to its right side stands a low table with yellow daffodils in a vase. Closing the door behind you, the woman turns to face you and says, "Welcome to my house." She smiles like something is funny. "I'm Titania. You can make yourself at home for the night. Now that it's already dark, you should not go out again until morning. Especially not in this weather." She reaches two small hands out toward you. "Hand me that coat," Titania insists, and helps you shrug off the damp garment. She moves to hang your coat next to a leaf yellow and an earth brown cloak on a wooden coat rack mounted with dark metal. "Come sit down and take your shoes off," she says, and motions you over to a little upholstered bench, while taking off her own pair of brown boots and cloak. You sit to undo your shoelaces, and Titania grabs your shoes the moment they come off your feet. Curiously, she looks at the dirt clinging to the soles and says, "You must have traveled far to come here." The floor of the entrance area is cool under your socks, reddish stone tiles only cushioned by a rug that doesn't reach to the corner you sit in. "Here." Titania places your shoes next to the bench and hands you a pair of wool-lined slippers that feel incredibly soft. "Do you always invite strangers into your home?" you ask tentatively, eyeing her. "This den," she answers, brushing her long hair back over her shoulder, "is open to everyone with good intentions. Whoever needs a safe space to rest is welcome here." Her smile is sweet as she climbs one step, leading up to a parquet floor, connecting the entrance area with the living room space. Following her with your gaze, you finally take in the entirety of the den that extends in an oblong shape into the hill. Two wooden poles prop up the arches of a low vault, stabilized by support beams. While the walls and ceiling are white, they are tinted in a golden light coming from a fireplace on the left, in front of which the floor is once again inset with stone, the color of terracotta. Against the same wall, towards the back of the cave, stands a shelf that holds storage and kitchen utensils, varicolored bunches of dried herbs hanging from the ceiling over it. A workbench completes the kitchen area, and behind it in the far corner you can catch a glimpse of a large bed. The other wall on the right is lined with bookshelves, a dining table with 4 chairs, and a small cupboard decorated with burning yellow candles and blooming forsythia branches. Together with the lit candles of the small bronze luster hanging in the center of the room, the whole place is brightly illuminated. Every corner seems to be filled with knickknacks, utensils, and books, some of which lie in stacks on the floor between pieces of furniture. Warm up by the fire, Titania encourages you, and you slowly shuffle into the living room and plop down on an armchair upholstered with green velvet before the fire. She appears next to you with a big wool blanket in hand, and for a second you think she will sit next to you on the brown armchair that also sits on the round rug before the fireplace. But she hands the blanket over to you and says, "Take this. I will make you something to eat so you can warm up from the inside too." With that, she makes her way over to the kitchen. You sit by the crackling fire. The flames dance in the fireplace, painting flickering shadows on the walls and ceiling. The sounds blend with the rain that is pattering on the roof of the hill outside, and the noises Titania makes puttering about by the workbench. You are too relaxed to turn your head and watch what she is doing. Instead, you let your eyes wander over the pots and pans on the shelf over the fire, glistening when the flame's light falls upon them. A round side table in front of you with an open book that contains illustrations of flowers and plants, and an empty but used teacup whose black body is painted with white star constellations. Mesmerized by the flame's movement, you stare into the fire with lids half closed, yellow and orange hues capturing your field of vision. The heat radiating from the fireplace seeps into your body, first warming your slippers and then your blanket that you have pulled over yourself, until you feel positively toasty. A movement shakes you out of your reverie, and you open your eyes to Titania placing a small black cauldron on the stove next to the fire. She smiles at you, her red hair illuminated from behind, framing her face like a blazing halo. Slowly, a delicious scent starts to fill the cage, sweet and earthy, with the aroma of something caramelizing. After a while, Titania removes the cauldron and carries it back to the kitchen. You watch as she pours a creamy orange soup into 2 bowls and adds a spoon each. Carefully, with a bowl in each hand, she balances the food over to you. You stand up quickly, taking 1 dish from her. She thanks you quietly and sits on the brown armchair next to yours, so you also drop back onto your seat. "What kind of soup is this?" you want to know, the bowl warming your hands. "Roasted carrot," she answers, takes a spoonful of soup and blows on it softly. You also grab a spoon and try the soup. The taste is rich, holds hints of roasting flavor, and the sweet caramelized notes harmonize nicely with the salt and pepper seasoning. For a while, the both of you sit in silence, eating the soup and listening to the rain falling outside. Once you have finished, Titania holds out her hands and asks, "Are you done?" You nod and hand her the bowl, so she gets up again to put the dirty dishes away. "Can I help you?" you call, even though you are perfectly comfortable where you are in your chair. "No," she laughs. "I have everything under control. You should change out of your traveling clothes, though. I can give you something more pleasant to sleep in." With that, she wanders over to the bed and starts rummaging in a chest she pulls out from under it. "Found it," Titania announces happily. "You can wear this," she says, walking over to you. She hands you a woolen nightdress and pants to wear under it. The clothes smell fresh, like they have been doused in lavender, and feel soft against the skin of your palms. In the meantime, I will prepare valerian tea to ensure you have a deep and relaxing sleep, Titania declares. She goes to grab a glass from the kitchen shelf that contains pieces of dried brown plant. Under your blanket, you slip into the nightdress that fits you perfectly. You fold the blanket neatly and leave it on the armchair, so you can saunter into the kitchen area, where Titania has filled the herb into a black teapot with a gold moon painted on it. The valerian has an intense and pungent smell to it, and you scrunch your nose after taking a whiff. "Don't worry," Titania laughs, seeing your face. "We shall add a generous amount of honey to improve the taste, and on top of that it helps with sleep as well." But first she grabs a cauldron hanging by the fire and pours hot water from it into the teapot. Then she dips a honey spoon into a glass that already sits on the workbench and puts a lot of honey into the tea. The teacups Titania prepared seem to be part of the set, to which the cup on the side table also belongs. They are dark on the outside but white on the inside, with symbols of zodiac signs lining their walls. As Titania pours the tea into them, the cups turn yellow with the liquid. Suddenly she holds a golden spoon in her hand, whose handle ends in an amethyst glinting purple in the dim light of the cave. Titania stirs the tea 3 times clockwise and 3 times counterclockwise, whispering something into the cup at the same time. Then she repeats the same procedure with a second cup. When she is done, she hands you the cup with an encouraging smile. "Come on, try it," she says. Hesitantly, you take the cup in both hands and sip at the concoction. It tastes surprisingly sweet, though the earthy notes of the valerian root still prevail, and it is just the right temperature to drink. A sudden calm befalls you after downing the first few swigs. You are unsure if any tea can affect anyone this quickly, or if it is Titania's doing that has you feeling sleepy and languorous. "Grab your blanket," she says. "If we get some fresh air before going to bed, you will feel even warmer under the covers." So you nod dozily and do as she says. She takes your hand and leads you to a door in the back of the cave, embedded into a rock wall. When she opens it, the sound of the rain immediately grows louder and the air becomes colder. Wrapped in your blanket, you still feel cozy though, and as your eyes adapt to the darkness, you realize that you stand before the cave's second exit, a gaping opening into the wilderness where the rainstorm rages. A stony hall leads up to the exit, and on the floor lie pillows and blankets to cushion the naked rock. There's no cloak around Titania's shoulders, and she does not seem to be cold in her long-sleeved brown dress. Swiftly, she sits down on a pillow and peers up at you out of dark eyes. She pats the dark green pillow next to her expectantly, and you join her on the floor. Instead of being met with a cold seat, the pillow is elevated and yielding, so you can position yourself comfortably, still filled with the warmth from inside the den. You sit next to each other in silence, breathing in the cold night air. Thanks to the constant rainfall, the noise outside feels soothing, causing your eyelids to droop. Put your hands in your lap, with your palms facing upwards, Titania says, and you follow her voice almost automatically. Close your eyes, she continues, and now breathe in deeply, in through the nose and out through the mouth. With that, you keep inhaling and exhaling. No sounds, except for your shared breathing and the rain reaching your ears. After what feels like an eternity, Titania speaks up again. Tap into the feeling of love that sits in your body. Smile at yourself and feel how that smile spreads into every corner, every cell of your body. Feel how your smile lights up your heart. Now step into that bright, peaceful space that opens up in your heart, where you are embraced by a feeling of security and ease. You are covered by a blanket of love that transforms all your worries, doubts and fears into positive, healing energy. You're filled with love, trust, confidence. Titania's voice carries over the rain as she says, "Think about a moment that happened today. That was beautiful." It can be anything you experienced today. Maybe a great success, or maybe a nice thought you had. When you find something, say thank you. Thank you for today. You can hear the smile in Titania's voice, and you, too, feel content. She speaks up again. Now, focus back on your heart. Return back to that space of peace. Set an intention for tonight. You will fall asleep quickly and have a relaxing and recreative sleep tonight. Your body will regenerate, and when you wake up tomorrow, you will feel relaxed and full of love. All your dreams will be peaceful. Allow yourself to be at peace after this day in your beautiful life. Allow yourself to be in touch with all the power and wisdom that lies within you. Now put your hands on your heart and concentrate on your breath again. Titania concludes, and it is quiet again. As your head falls to the side because you're drooping off, she takes your hand. In an almost dreamlike state, Titania leads you back inside the cave and sits you down on the bed that feels soft like a cloud. You crawl under the fluffy duvet covered with green bedclothes. "Good night," Titania says and tucks you in. You are snug under the heavy blanket, breathing evenly as Titania extinguishes all the candles dispersed around the den. First, the one in the window turns dark. Next, the ones on the small shelf opposite the bed go out. Lastly, she climbs on a stool to extinguish the candles of the bronze luster with a candle snuffer. Only the fireplace is left, providing a pleasant warmth. Before Titania takes care of the last embers, you doze off peacefully. You become aware of my voice again. I will now count to 5, and once I reach the number 5, you will fall asleep. 1. You feel comfortable and cozy warmth spread through your entire body. 2. Your muscles relax completely. 3. You feel safe and full of love. 4. Your mind is quiet and at ease. 5. You drift off into a sound and restful sleep. You are protected in this den.